Fuck, I put the loop on. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Wednesday edition of Geeks and Gamers Day. I was just going to play the intro again because everybody in the chat loves it so much. So I was like, well, I should just play it.
They should love it. I love it.
Everybody was like, man, just play this for the whole hour and we'll send all the super chats. So I was like, all right, we'll just replay it. They really don't like when you do that, by the way, Beardo.
What?
They really hate it.
What?
They hate it more than they hate you.
What?
That actually says a lot. So
when I do what? The what?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I'm good at it, you know.
You're not really that good at it. You're not really that good.
Envy is a deadly sin.
You're not good at it.
Is he supposed to be impersonating Stone
Cold Steve Austin? Yeah.
I'm not impersonating nobody.
Yeah, like
no.
I don't know what's worse, his Trump or his Stone Cold. I'm not sure.
Listen.
And they're both really bad. They're both really bad. But hello, everyone. Welcome in. What's up, Steph? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm nice and bronze because I went on vacation, but I'm back. I'm relaxed and I'm back. The only bad thing that happened on vacation.
Would that be racist if I said that? Would that be racist if I said that you're bronze? Like,
I look very bronze, don't I? Do I look like I have a tan? I tanned myself. It wouldn't be racist. I'd be like, oh, thank you.
I'm just looking for different reasons to be racist. So, because I'm running out of reasons.
Dude, Johnny last night, bro. Fuck. Dude,
what?
He called Mike, Rippa, and Kata. He said something like you black man, you little black man. And I was like, holy fuck, Johnny, what the fuck you doing, dude?
Johnny gets fired up. Johnny gets fired up. So I appreciate it, to be honest. So how you doing, Beardo?
I'm doing good, man. Wednesdays are great. So it's good to be here. We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. So I'm ready.
We do. Today, early this morning, which I did not get up for it, but we got a Nintendo Direct and Donkey Kong Bonanza. And I woke up to like 1,000 messages from Krista, like freaking out. She goes, oh my God, this is it. So I did do some looking into it before we went live. We're not going to talk about it long because I still need to watch the full direct. But yeah, apparently they've changed the whole expectations of this game. A lot of people thought this was just going to be like, oh, it's going to be a fun kind of game you play on the weekend and it's over. But apparently it's very in depth. This game is very in depth. So so that's good. That's good. It's very much needed to have a banger of a Donkey Kong game. I'm old enough to remember when Donkey Kong Country set the world on fire back in the day. Where's Dan at when you need him? But Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo, that game was the shit when it was around. Now, the 2 and 3 were pretty big deals too, but like Donkey Kong Country, when that game was out, man, that was a massive hit. And Donkey Kong games just like Tropical Freeze, which I absolutely loved, but it was a very difficult game. It didn't really connect with people. So hopefully Bonanza knocks it out of the park. So it looks really good.
So here's the question. Do you think the Switch, because right now the Switch isn't being well received, one, for the price tag of the games and stuff, and the lack of games to play.
What are you talking about? It just broke every record.
I understand that. What I'm saying
is the highest rated game on Metacritic for 2025.
Okay, so if you didn't interrupt me, I'm saying
for the Switch.
Motherfucker, just let me say what I'm saying.
Okay.
On Twitter, it's like it
on Twitter.
What people are saying, listen, motherfucker.
When's the last time Twitter was positive about anything?
Okay.
I'm just saying, tell me right now, when's the last time Twitter was positive about anything? Name it.
I can name a few that I probably shouldn't say on this stream.
Twitter is meant to bitch. That's why we're on it. Nobody's going, yeah, I really like this.
So do you want to hear what I have to say or not?
Go.
Okay. People are bitching and complaining about the Switch, about that there's no games to play on the Switch right now at launch, that the only next-gen game for the Switch 2 is Mario Kart World. That is a genuine topic that people are talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for letting me finish what I was saying. My question is, do you think that the narrative about the Switch 2 would have been better, like the launch would have been better, if they would have waited just one more month and launched the Switch 2 alongside with and have Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World at the same time?
No.
Because at least you get one more entry.
Dude, I've been following Nintendo for decades. When the Wii U came out and it had a ton of launch games, guess what? Everybody bitched about Nintendo. Okay. When the Switch came out and it had more launch games than the Switch 2, everybody bitched about Nintendo. Everybody said that Nintendo was going to fail with the Switch, just like they're saying they're going to fail with the Switch 2. This has been a narrative. People have been screaming for Nintendo to go third party for 20 fucking years. People that don't want to support Nintendo hate Nintendo, and they're vocal about it, and it doesn't matter. Nintendo continues to still break every fucking record known to man. So no, it's not going to change the negativity.
I disagree. Well, you just said there was none. You said it was all just fabricated.
No.
I disagree.
I'm saying that there's always been people that bitch about Nintendo. That's always been the case.
Well, of course, people are going to bitch about Xbox, about PlayStation. It doesn't matter.
Nobody bitches about Xbox because Xbox is irrelevant. Nobody gives a fuck about Xbox. So,
well, I mean, fair enough. In the past couple of years, in this console, in this current generation, that's true.
It's just like PlayStation. PlayStation 5, everybody bitched about it. Guess what? PlayStation 5 is going to sell 100 million units.
I'm going to disagree, and I think that the general reception of the Switch 2 launch would have been better if they would have just held off one more month, and if they would have launched the game with Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World. I think it would have been a lot better. Because now they're saying you only have one game, it's an $80 price tag, whatever, unless you got the bundle, it's $50, whatever. If they would have waited one more month to launch with both games, I think it would have been better.
And I'm telling you, as somebody that was there at midnight for the Wii U and it had a ton of launch games, no fucking body supported it and everybody hated on it.
For the Wii U, because, come on, bro.
Dude, the Wii U was a good system.
That nobody played.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Marketing was terrible for it. So, but the point was
the marketing was terrible for the Switch 2 as well.
It didn't change.
It's breaking records.
It didn't change. That's right. But the point was the marketing. No. The marketing was the Wii U. They didn't market what the Wii U was. The name was horrendously bad. Nintendo got super arrogant, thinking that everybody that bought the Wii was going to buy a Wii U, but they didn't realize that 90% of the people that bought the fucking Wii was grandmas and families. It wasn't like fucking gamers that were hanging out at fucking GameStop, drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos. It was grandmas. So then it was
a 2-for-1, right? It was a 2-for-1. Like the families, like the grandparents or the parents were like, oh, we're gonna buy this game, this console for our kids, but oh, hey, look, we can also play it with them too. But the whole purpose of the Wii is for the kids to play, because you had you had Mario Kart Wii, you had The Legend of Zelda and stuff. Like the main purpose was for the kids. But the added incentive of the Wii was like, oh, if we want the families over, fucking Thanksgiving, whatever, we can all do, Wii Sports together. Like, there was two purposes for the Wii. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steph.
I was going to say, that's how they marketed the Wii U, or the Wii. It's for families, not like as for gamers. They marketed it as this is a console to be played for families. So the gamers were just like, I don't want it.
Yes, yeah. The Wii U,
and that's why the Wii U did so bad, because it's like, oh, it's just another version of like a family thing.
Yes,
so
it was horrendously handled by Nintendo, and their arrogance got the best of them. But I
never
owned to an extent that yes, Nintendo probably should have waited for Donkey Kong. Then they could sell like 2 different packs. You can get like the Nintendo or the Switch 2 that comes with Mario Kart, or you can get a Switch 2 that comes with Donkey Kong, and then you buy the separate game separately along with that. It would have been cool. That would have been awesome. But at the same time, people are going to bitch no matter what. They're going to be like, oh, it only launched with 2 games.
Yeah, the Switch 2 just had more copies stole from the back of a truck than the Wii U sold in its fucking lifetime. So, I mean, that's how good the launch is for the Switch 2.
So I never had a Wii U. Did the Wii U come with like motion controls, like the fucking nunchucks and shit?
It had the gamepad, and the gamepad had some motion to it, and the gamepad was this essentially what the Switch ultimately was realized to be. But that gamepad, you could do stuff on it, and it had some motion. Could you
buy separately sold like motion controls, like PlayStation Move or like the Wii nunchucks and shit?
I can't remember if they were, because I never played motion. I hated the motion bullshit. So
it was a gimmick that was popular for like a year.
Yeah, I hated the motion stuff. So I can't remember if it did. I mean, I had a Pro controller with the Wii U, and you had the gamepad, and the gamepad had built-in kind of shit to it, but it just didn't work. The marketing was horrible on it. Yeah. But ultimately, yeah, at the end of the day, Nintendo just broke every record that you possibly could, so I think they're fine. So
the Wii,
and they're gonna continue to be fine.
With how popular the Wii was, it set gaming back like 5 or 6 years with that fucking motion control bullshit. Because you seen Xbox, they launched the Kinect after that, and then PlayStation had their PlayStation Move. Like PlayStation and Xbox tried to catch up to that hype of the Wii, when really it was all a fucking gay gimmick, and it set the gaming industry back probably about 5 or 6 years.
I don't know about setting it back, but it did suck. I mean, I remember going into GameStop and like going to have to go through all the family-friendly motion control bullshit, just to find like one good game on the Wii. I kind of hate the Wii. I hate that console. Like looking back on it, like I kind of hated it. Like,
dude, I played on a GameCube controller on the Wii more than I actually used the actual fucking Wii remote.
Yeah,
I had fun.
Yeah, I kind of hated that system, and like I played the 360 far more during that generation. I even as much as I love Mario Galaxy, I fucking hate playing Mario Galaxy on a Wii because I hate the motion controls. Can't stand it. So we're in agreement there. I hate the Wii. Yeah. Like I kind of hate the Wii. Anyway, we do have stuff to talk about. I wanted to see this Superman trailer. So we have a new Superman trailer, James Gunn's Superman, or Superman's James Gunn. And I haven't been paying a lot of attention to a lot of the entertainment stuff in the last few weeks because I've been so buried with the political stuff. But from what I understand, James Gunn has not shut up. James Gunn is still talking. James Gunn is still making it about James Gunn. Apparently there's not going to be a patriotic theme to this movie. Did I hear those stories correctly? Is that a thing, Steph?
It's not going to be like a focus.
Yeah, like apparently he's like not gonna, there's not gonna be any patriotic. Again, these are stories I'd heard from a distance, but I have not been completely buried in the Superman
it's now
stuff.
The human way instead of the American way,
which is kind of like a honeypot or a bait and switch, because that new first full Superman trailer we got, what was the first opening shot that we seen in that trailer? The giant American flag on top of that building.
Yeah.
Me and you watched it and you're like, I like the American flag.
Yeah.
We did it on this show.
Yeah. Yep.
So this isn't a full trailer. This is the interview between Lois Lane and Clark Kent, where she asks him, can I interview you as Superman? So that's what the 30-second clip is.
It's more of the interview, because we saw a different clip where, the interview starts. This is just more of that scene. Because remember, I think that scene is supposed to go on for like 10 or 15 minutes. It's supposed to be like a nice chunk of
and I'm sure it's going to be filled with like flashbacks. Like
this interview is supposed to be 10 or 15 minutes. God.
Yeah.
There'll probably be some like flashbacks integrated into that interview and stuff. Like, remember when you did this, Superman? And then it'll cut to it and they'll come back to the interview.
Let's play this clip.
All right. Make sure the volume, it might be a little too loud. Here we go.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Oh my God!
Oh,
wait! A reference to social media and selfies in the first 7 seconds. What
Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
What are we doing? Oh,
by the way, let me say this too. Do you remember in the trailer when one of I'm assuming it's one of Lex Luthor's henchmen is laser beaming the fucking building, and there's that one bitch taking a selfie doing it? Yeah. Apparently she's going to be a villain. She's going to be like a social media influencer villain working for Lex Luthor as well.
God. This is a 2025 movie. Like, you're not going to be the whole point about making movies like this is to make them timeless. Don't put them in a box to where it's like you had to be around in 2025 to get the lingo and bullshit. It's just like the moment in Last Jedi, I think, where he does the dust off his shoulder bullshit. Luke, wasn't that Last Jedi?
Yes.
It was Last Jedi.
I'm kind of like I run them all together now at this point. I could so where he does like the dust off his shoulder bullshit. It's like,
and the same thing in Last Jedi with Poe and Hux. Remember when he's trying to take out the Dreadnought and he's doing like phone tag with Hux? He's like, "What? Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What's coming through?" It's like, fuck, man.
I hate
Holy
this.
shit!
All right, let's see if we can get past the 9-second mark on this piece of shit. Here we go.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Fuck.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in third person now.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible. But you've gotten a lot of heat.
I think that's his reaction is everybody. Why are you being like this?
It is, but it's not Superman. It's not Superman. Like, do you remember the interactions with Christopher Reeve, Superman, and Lois? Like, it wasn't like emotionally unstable bullshit. Again, I think I'm still holding out hope for this movie. I am holding out hope, but my God, the more I see, the more this looks ridiculous. Like it's, and the more James Gunn talks, that clip did no favors, none.
No, well, between if Clark Kent is supposed to be in love with Lois, I'm not getting that from this interaction between them, and you need that because they're in a relationship, and I mean Lois and Clark is just like a thing, like they're supposed to be in love. This is a couple, a DC couple. They're supposed to be in love. This argument back and forth just makes Lois seem incredibly insufferable. And it makes Clark just be really, really beta. Just, I do not like this. I've never liked it at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're putting this out.
He's supposed to be Superman in here. Superman would control the conversation, not Lois if it's Superman. I understand if he was being Clark would let Lois, emasculate him, I guess, a little bit and get away with it because it's Clark. It's his alter ego. But Superman would be stoic enough to control the conversation and hold his aggression. Remember in Superman the movie when he wants to tell Lois, they're going to go out on a date. He wants to tell Lois. He takes his glasses off, stands up straighter, and he goes, Lois, I have something to tell you.
Yes.
And then he second guesses it, puts on the glasses, gets hunched over, and he's, Lois, like, that's how Superman would be. If she's like, let me interview Superman, he'd be like, all right, you're interviewing Superman. And he would dominate the conversation.
Yes.
He'd be stoic enough not to let whatever Lois Lane is doing get to him. And he would answer in a very stoic way, which is not what we're seeing in here.
No, that's why I like the beginning of it where she's like, I'm going to interview a Superman. And he stands up straight and he's just like, Miss Lane. He comes out across as Superman. But the rest of it is just terrible. I mean, him yelling at her, why are you being like this? Why is he so whiny? And he's around Lois right now. Yes, she's interviewing Superman, but him saying like, why are you being, that's supposed to be him. And he's supposed to be able to be himself around Lois because she knows that he's Superman. They're in a relation. He can be himself around her. He doesn't have to put on an act as Clark, and he doesn't have to be like super. He can just be himself. And if that's him, like himself, I hate it. I don't like it.
Yeah, dude, the chat's amazing. So when I was defending Nintendo, they're like, he's fucking chilling. And now we're bitching about this. They're like, why are you guys nitpicking? This is amazing.
Because we care. Because we care.
That's what one guy said, couples don't argue. No, women shut up and men talk. That'll piss them off right there.
Yeah.
But no, like, I want this movie to be good. I really do want this movie to be good. But if you don't know that fandom is all about nitpicking and arguing over the details, then maybe you should go find your echo chamber on James Gunn fans only or some bullshit like that. Because this is what fandom does. We bitch, we argue, and we get into the details of it. And I don't like the specifics of that clip right there. That clip was released by the studio to make fans excited. It doesn't work. That clip does not work to get me excited as someone that has been excited for this movie. And I've seen diminishing returns ever since they started to show more stuff. But everything I've seen from this movie has made me less and less excited. I have hope for it. I've said over and over again, I like most of James Gunn's stuff. And I really like his Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. But ultimately, everything I've seen from this movie has made me less and less excited, and that clip is the latest example of that. So,
we have to nitpick. We have to nitpick now because for the longest time we didn't. We let them get away with it. That's why we're in the current climate of entertainment that we are now. It's like the meme of the person shoveling shit over the wall, And then the shit comes back over the wall. And they're, oh my God, he's throwing shit at me. Well, yeah, you fucking narcissist. It's because we've been bullied as far as like the left and these fucking weirdo activists and liberals controlling our entertainment for so many years when we didn't do anything about it because the right doesn't care about entertainment or nerd culture. Now we're finally speaking up about it, and it's like, oh my gosh, you're nitpicking. Oh my god, it's made for kids. Remember that argument? This is a kids movie. No, fuck you. We care about this shit. Now we're finally speaking up about it. So don't act like the shit that you threw over the fucking wall didn't stink, but now that is raining back down on you when we get our voices out there, that don't fucking stink either.
Listen to Beardo get passionate. I respect it. That's the first time you've ever been passionate about anything.
The first time?
Yeah, it's first time.
Write it down.
So we'll see how this turns out, but yeah, that clip did not do any favors for this movie, at least for the criticism. With that said, all we can do is go on what we're hearing. The tracking for this movie seems to be doing very well. I'm not sure how much I believe that tracking yet, but I hope that there's a world where people are excited for Superman movies. I hope there's a world where Superman can set records. I would absolutely love if that happens, because I want Superman to be the standard in the comic book movie world, and he hasn't been for a long time. So, but the tracking suggests that there's a lot of excitement for this movie. Time will tell. And as I sit here right now, I'm still hopeful for this movie. Steph, are you still hopeful for this movie?
I am very hopeful for this movie. As much as I'm talking about how I don't like what I see, I want this movie to do well, and I want it to be good. I want to be wrong about, all of my criticisms coming out up until this movie comes out. Like, oh, they just put out some bad clips. It was just bad decisions, because the movie is actually good. That's what I want to come out saying after I watch this movie. So I'm incredibly hopeful for this movie. I want it to be good. I want good DC.
Somebody in the chat says negativity gets clicks, and that's why I focus on positivity on all of my channels. I never push negativity because I just can't live with myself to make money off negativity on the internet. So that's why I specifically focus on positive, focused fandom and political content with no bad language. Beardo, are you still excited for Superman?
Not anymore. No. I
really?
Like you guys.
You're out? You're just out?
Well, I'm going to watch it. I'm probably going to watch it opening weekend, or as soon as I can. But no, this movie's going to be trash. It's going to be garbage.
Really?
It's going to be horrible, dude. It's going to be god-fucking awful. It's
really?
Going to be. I'm sorry. It's going to be terrible.
Okay.
And I'm with you guys. I don't want bad Superman. I don't want bad Marvel. I don't want bad DC. I want good shit. Now, when it comes to Star Wars, I want that shit to fucking crash and burn at this point. But when it comes to DC and Marvel, I want it to be good. I do. This, I was cautiously optimistic when we seen the first couple of trailers. The more I see of it now, it is guaranteed 100%. This movie is going to be garbage. It's going to be fucking terrible.
Wow.
And I will eat my words if it's great. I will eat my words and say, hey, listen, I was wrong. But I'm almost certain that this is going to be a fucking dumpster fire.
Okay. I don't agree, but I know there's a lot of people that will agree with you. And I'm hoping you're wrong and I'm right. So we'll see.
I hope so too. Hey, I'll say this. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I adore this movie. But from what I'm seeing, I haven't seen any convincing evidence.
The good news is if it is dog shit, I'll be able to make a lot of money off that too. So it's a great situation to be in. So all right, let's read some super chats.
Yeah. Air Rippa with the 2 says, I'm a dunk on Jeremy. Thank you, Air Rippa, for the 2. Chris Coran with the 2 says, Beardo is not a good FedEx delivery person. Listen, I have texted Ryan. I said, hey, bro, let's go meet up. Let's go have dinner and some beers. I'll give you.
What is this about?
So Chris Coran, I went to a Bucks game.
Okay, yeah.
I went to a Bucks game last year. I have gifts for you and Ryan just sitting in my garage. I texted Ryan and said, hey, bro, you want to go out for some dinner, get some beers, we'll watch a game or something, and I'll give you your gift. Ghosted me. Didn't even fucking text me back, dude. Didn't even fucking text me back. And motherfucker, when you've been down here to Orlando a couple times, and you don't even text me what you're doing, I would have delivered you. He's got a gift for you. You've been down here. I don't get a, hey, Beardo, I'm in town. Do you want to come do something with us? No. So it's not my fault. I've tried. Okay? I've tried. I said, Ryan, let's go watch a game. Let's grab some beers, and I'll give you your gift. Didn't even get a fucking text back.
I think Ryan just wants to get the gift. He doesn't want to socialize.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes.
It's a two-way street. Okay.
It was like, let's go have a romantic walk in the park. We can.
If I'm driving to go meet up with Ryan, if I'm driving to go meet up with Ryan to give him this fucking gift or whatever, we're sitting down watching a game and having a beer. Okay.
Sounds like you're asking him out on a date and trying to incentivize by giving him a gift.
Listen, I know Ryan doesn't have very many friends. I'm trying to help him out. I'm trying to do the guy a favor. I know I don't socialize much. Thank you, Chris Duran. I've been trying, man. Thank you for the two.
He's like, hey, Ryan, I've got candy in my van.
Alex McCarthy with the 2 says S-tier team 2 meta PC codes 199 or Beardo. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex McCarthy, for the 2. Aurelio with a 199. Steph Hermosa, Beardo, not fat, and Jeremy, I don't know.
Not fat.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Aurelio.
That avatar, strong Patrick.
Shadow Sam with the 5. Can we talk about how quickly Johnny pulled out the picture of him and Ripa? He had that ready.
He did.
It's his phone saver, man. Thank you for the 5. Roblox head Leslie Headland with the 2. Beardo, how can you be built and still have a bird chest? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. I'm bigger and stronger than you. Golden Nuggets with a 5. Shout out to my nephew who's celebrating his first birthday today. Unfortunately, he fell ill and has been feeling rough. Sorry to hear that, Golden Nuggets.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that, but happy birthday to the little guy. Well, yeah, your nephew. Okay. Happy birthday to the little guy. Mayor EO with a 2. Beardo just mad because Spider-Man 2 fell off. That's another thing. I wish Spider-Man 2 was great. It was good. It wasn't great.
I have it.
Thank you for the 2. Alex McCarthy with the 2. Xbox Master Race. Alex, come on, man. You were on a roll. Then you had to go and say that. Thank you for the 2. X-Wing's a stupid name with a 5. Beardo, you can't ask the Nintendo fanboy this question. You still a gay Sony pony, though. I'm a PC gamer!
I'm a Nintendo fanboy.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I played. Actually, I can. The only time I fired up my PlayStation the past couple months was when Jeremy dragged me into playing Battlefront. Played like 6 days in a row.
I miss Battlefront already.
Joey C with a 5. Hey, y'all, the Geeks and Gamers Daily Show hosted by the A-Team. Cheers and a thumbs up.
Let's go.
Thank you, Joey C with the 5. Shadow Sam with the 5. I only remember the Wii U because they had a special version of Arkham City Armored Edition. Yes, this is true. This is true. And you also got the electric gauntlets.
Yeah, I have a rule on Nintendo systems to never play third-party games on Nintendo systems. So, not going to do it. I'll always play a third-party game on anything but a Nintendo system. That's the rule.
Thank you, Shadow Sam, for the 5. Christian Rocker with a 5. I believe Beardo is saying the narrative would have been more positive, not that the sales would have been better. Correct. Exactly. I think the sales probably would have been about the same, maybe a little bit better, but not by much. But the narrative would have been better if it launched just a month later and launched with both games.
I think the narrative would have been better if they wouldn't have priced Mario Kart World at $80 and tried to hide it from the audience. That's what I think would have made. Well,
yeah, and that's what I was saying about the marketing was bad for the Switch 2 as well, because that showcase, their Nintendo Direct, they didn't tell anybody about pricing, and it was like, go to our Nintendo website for more information.
That was their big mistake.
Then you saw the price.
That was where they fucked up more than
100%, 100%, and I think we're going to see more of that as well. Magnum Norse with a 10. Just finished God of War Ragnarok, and I agree with Jeremy. God of War 3 was the best. No more weak ass pussified Kratos. Come on, dude. Kratos doesn't give no fucks. That's the entire reason we love his character.
God of War 3 is goated.
God of War 3 is fantastic. Phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. It's a different Kratos. It's a different Kratos. This is a Kratos that has a second chance. It's a different Kratos. He's still the bloodthirsty god killer, but he has a second chance. It's just character development, man. So, but to each their own. If you like God of War 3 better, I'm not saying that you're wrong. God of War 3 is fucking fantastic. Thank you for the 10.
Rips their fucking head off, fucking throws it at them, rips their limbs off.
Yeah.
And then goes and fucking has sex with hot chicks. That's my boy, Kratos.
He did fuck Aphrodite a lot, as many times as you wanted. Paper Liger with a 10. Happy Hump Day, chat. Who does Jeremy simp harder for, Nintendo or Israel's greatest defender?
I don't know.
Nintendo or Trump? Is
Yeah.
I guess what he's saying.
Ooh.
Probably.
It's got to be Nintendo.
I don't know.
I've been criticizing Trump a little bit lately. Probably Nintendo.
There you go. There you go. That's the right answer.
It's close, though. It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
It's close. I mean,
Thank
I'm
you.
not buying the fucking Trump phone, so I'm not buying that shit. So
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
that shit looks. I mean,
Jessica. Probably equal.
That's what I was thinking.
Very personal. I'm not going to answer that question. Eric K with a 2 says, time the movie comes out, we will know 100% of it. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. Thank you for the 2. I'm just a subscriber with a 2. Is James Gunn the enemy of James Gunn?
James Gunn's ego is the enemy of James Gunn.
Yeah.
James Gunn, like, even Trump said that James Gunn guy's got a pretty big ego. Like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah, he does.
It's insane how much he thinks of himself. Like, James Gunn and his ego has single-handedly destroyed the narrative around this movie. For me, anyway.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
not for others, but for me, he absolutely has.
Well, and for forever, this movie's going to be called, like when we're talking about it years down the line, we're gonna call it James Gunn Superman. Remember James Gunn Superman? It's not gonna be Superman 2025 or Superman 25. It's gonna be James Gunn Superman.
And
that's how we're going to refer to it as.
Like, look how we refer to Batman 89. We don't call it Burton's Batman. We call it Batman 89. We're never going to refer to this movie as Superman 25. It's going to be James Gunn Superman, to your point. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, because he's made this about him.
100%.
Everybody knows Batman 89 is Tim Burton's Batman, but we don't refer to it as Burton's Batman. We refer to it as Batman 89.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you refer to Nolan's Batman as Nolan's Batman.
Well, we say the Nolan trilogy.
Nolan trilogy.
You'll say the Nolan trilogy, but if you're talking about a singular movie, it's Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Shithole Rises.
Yeah, because we often we will refer to like Snyder's movies as like Snyder Superman, but like generally we call them by their name, like it's Man of Steel and
Man of Steel, BVS.
What I'm saying is occasionally we will do that, but generally we refer to them as their names.
Snyderverse or whatever.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League because it's called Zack Snyder's Justice.
Yes, and that's because
the other ones are like
it was the Snyder cut. It was the Snyder cut to differentiate from the theatrical.
Yeah, but has there been a movie like on this level that we've had to refer to it specifically to identify it by the director?
By the director?
Yeah, like I just, not this much.
Ooh.
And I wonder if that's why they changed it from Superman Legacy, because he's like, it needs to be James Gunn.
It needs to be about me.
It needs to be about me.
Right?
It needs to be about me and my name. When they reference this, it needs to be James Gunn Superman, not Superman Legacy. Because if it was Superman Legacy, it'd be a little bit easier to refer to it as that name. But he's like, no, James Gunn Superman.
The only thing that I can think of, and I only maybe watched a couple of his movies, but whenever there's a Tyler Perry movie, he puts his name in the front of the title. Tyler Perry's this.
I can honestly say, to my knowledge, I have never seen a Tyler Perry movie. I don't think, except for maybe JJ Star Trek, because it wasn't any in the fucking JJ Trek movies.
Don't know. I've never seen a single Tyler Perry movie.
I don't know.
I think I just made my point though.
I'm
I just referred to Star Trek as JJ Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, JJ.
yeah. That's another one. JJ Abrams
Trek.
Star Trek.
JJ Trek is actually one. So I think I just made my point.
And we also do it with the Star Wars sequels.
Well, we call it Disney.
We'll say
call
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney Star Wars.
Yeah. So.
Yep. Yeah. It's gonna be terrible.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced it's gonna be terrible, but I'm worried.
I'm hopeful. I'm just hopeful. I want it to be good.
I'm surprised you're not saying like cautiously optimistic, because there is a lot of reasons to have caution for this.
No, you're 100% right.
I was cautiously optimistic when it came to Daredevil, the Daredevil show, because of all the crap that Marvel has been doing. That's why I was cautiously optimistic, and then it ended up being I didn't like it. I hated it. I hated the Daredevil show. Born Again, that's the one. But with this is like, okay, well, James Gunn's Guardians, I liked it. I like that trilogy. Even the worst one was better than anything Marvel's come out with right now. You know, Peacemaker I heard was good, but I didn't watch it. So I'm cautiously optimistic about this simply because of I've liked what he's done before.
But again, thank you for bringing up Peacemaker, because James Gunn is so fucking full of himself. He did this character with Peacemaker because he did the Suicide Squad movie, which is still technically in the Snyder universe.
Yeah.
But since Peacemaker is his character, now Peacemaker gets to jump universes into the new one that he's creating. It was in the Snyderverse, but since it's James Gunn, he gets to fucking move it over to the new one.
Yep.
This guy's fucking. I really. I don't know if there's a director that I hate more on a personal level, but that I still like his movies than James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really can't stand this guy.
I like Brightburn too.
So I do. I thought Brightburn was really good.
I don't think he directed it.
He
but
was the producer. I think he was a producer, or maybe a writer. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I love that movie. I think that movie's great.
Brightburn was great.
Mm-hmm.
Gerhalt with a 5. I worked at GameStop when the Wii U came out, and so many people thought it was just a tablet add-on for the Wii and not a new system.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There you go. Thank you for the $5, Gerhalt. Vault 95 returns with the 199. Steph, the best G&G host today. Steph's pretty.
Thank you.
What about me? Go, Vault 95.
What about me?
Yeah, what the hell, man?
I'm me.
Eddie Brock with a 6. Did Jeremy actually turn off his Switch 2 and start streaming on G&G? Ryan deserves a holiday at his stage. Beardo, you can fill in for Jeremy on FNT.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, we'll see. Thank you for the $6.
He sounded so sad when he
We'll
said
see. Well, when I text Gary, at least he fucking texts me back. Looking at you, Ryan.
Probably because you're not asking him on a date.
I know.
Well, I asked him if he wanted to watch. I asked him if he wanted to watch a movie with us on Locals. I forget what it was. I think it was Star Wars OT. I said, "Hey man, we're doing Star Wars OT. If you want to come in and watch," and he texted me back. At least he texted me back and said no.
Turn you down.
But at least I got a text. Okay.
Like,
Maximus BT with the 5 says, "Shout out to Steph."
Shout out.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Shane with the $2. Justice for Beardo. Let her speak and let her grift. Her? Thank you, Shane, for the 2. Crazy Clown Town with the 5. To be fair, Beardo, I sent Jeremy a gift for his birthday, and I still don't know if he's opened it yet.
I did. I hang on. I'll get it. I'm glad you reminded me. Go ahead.
Thank you, Crazy Clown Town, for the $5. He's got it. Andy plays games with the 2. I'm 100% for total regime change for Lucasfilm. Yeah. I want Sam Witwer to run Lucasfilm. That motherfucker knows what he's talking about when it comes to Star Wars. I don't want Dave Filoni. I don't want Jon Favreau. If we're bringing in fresh blood for Lucasfilm, Sam Witwer for president of Lucasfilm. That'd be fucking awesome.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes,
Nice
I do.
dimple.
He was sitting there fucking running his mouth about the fucking protests and rioting and immigration. He can go
We're talking
fuck
about
himself.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
okay?
and he's going to push his
Wars.
leftist bullshit agenda into it.
I don't
Fuck
think
him.
so. I don't think so.
Would, yeah.
Look what Crazy Clown Town made me.
Look at that. Huh?
Ooh.
Look at that. That's badass.
Nice.
So,
Hell yeah.
So that's awesome, man. I'm going to hang that up. So thank you. So I did open it, Crazy Clown Town. So there we go. So there you go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, brother. That's awesome, man. I've been waiting for you to ask me, and so that's why I haven't shown it yet. So
that's why Crazy Clown Town. He was just waiting for you to ask.
Yeah.
The Singing Tigs with the 2.
Go fuck yourself, Beardo.
I already did. Here, Jeremy, take Beardo on a McChicken date. Hail. Thank you for the $2. Space Digger with a 2. Beardo is like, the gift is in my pants. That's weird. Thank you for the 2. Jer Rare Bear with a 2. Did you guys see Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct? Game looks rad.
I've heard, yeah, I watched a video on it this morning, and yeah, it really does look really good. I wasn't going to get up and watch that Direct this morning because I just wasn't sure, because especially after the Mario Kart Direct and how much of a whiff that was. I was like, we'll see. But yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza does look really good. So I'm really excited that that they brought it. And it looks like this game could be a legit 3D platformer. So good stuff.
Graham Robbins with a 5. Beardo, when is the wedding? Or perhaps you have a better reason for acting like a needy woman with Ryan. Why do I do this? Why do I do this show?
I don't know, but let's talk about something that you brought up this morning, Beardo. And I mean, I'm not like big on this franchise, so but apparently this guy's being considered for the next James Bond. Aaron Pierre.
He's going to be Jon Stewart.
Yeah, he's Jon Stewart in James Gunn's Lantern series.
James Gunn's Lanterns, yes.
Yeah, so this guy's being reportedly considered for the next James Bond. Gay and black. I don't know if he's gay, but yeah, this would be a monumental disaster if this happened. And I'm not even a big Bond guy, but I know for a fact if they did this would be, what's his name? The guy that plays Snape? Papa
Estiadu.
Yeah, this would be the equivalent of that. Like this would be huge. In a bad way. So I don't know. Do you think this is legit?
I don't know if it's legit or not, because there were rumors last year that Aaron Taylor Johnson was going to be the next James Bond, and then nothing came of that. I don't know if this is just some like fan rumors that people are just taking seriously. I don't know. This would be horrible. But here's the thing. If they were to race swap James Bond, now would be the time to do it, because British people can't speak their mind and have an opinion in Britain, or they'll get arrested. So so now would be the time to do it, because nobody can speak out about it in Britain. This would be horrible. This would be absolutely horrible.
This would be very, very bad.
Now it does come from Daniel RPK, who is a scooper. Like he's 50% right, 50% wrong.
Yes.
So he does put like all of these rumors out there. At the very least, Aaron Pierre is British, but he's not white. And James Bond is a white British spy. He's always been white canonically. So yeah, this would be bad. At least he's British. That's all I can say. But he's not. James Bond is not black.
Yeah, and so that's what I was going to say about Daniel RPK. Is this guy? This is what he does. I'm pretty sure he's the same person that put the Hunter Schafer rumor out there about the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, because of
and that was proven to be.
No, I think that came from My Time to Shine. Actually,
I'm pretty sure it was Daniel RPK.
Daniel?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think it was him. And that was proven to be a publicity stunt by the PR firm that this dude Hunter Schafer works for or works with. So they basically put it out there. They knew it would go mega viral on social media, which it did, and they wanted to leverage the studio with that social media reaction. And this could be the same play right here, where they're trying to leverage. So I don't know. Somebody says, why am I so pixelated? I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my camera on StreamYards. It's really fucked up. It has been forever, and I'm tired of trying to fix it. And it really doesn't matter. The less you see of me, the better it is, probably anyway. So this, to me, screams another PR move as well, to try to gain social media traction, to leverage the studio to do that. But I'm just speaking on pure speculation on that point. So
yeah,
go ahead.
They might be trying to push him. Like, he's going to be in Lanterns. He was previously the voice of Mufasa and Mufasa the Lion King. You know, so they might just be. He might be like the new thing, and like, oh, let's try and get him while he's hot. While he's
the next Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like he's not the right choice for James Bond. Like that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
James Bond is a white man. He is British. He might be British, but he is not white. He's not a good choice for it.
Somebody says super chat's closed. No, super chats are open. It's my channel. They're always open on my channels. But
here's the thing for the next Bond movies, it's going to be a complete reboot, because at the end, it's not like they can carry over from Daniel Craig, because spoiler alert, Daniel Craig's James Bond died in the last one. Didn't even fucking try to live, just fucking let himself get blown up, which was fucking gay. So this is going to be a complete reboot. So they have two options here. One of them isn't this guy. They have two options. You either get who is, in my opinion, perfect for the role, but maybe getting a little bit older, and it's obvious, Henry Cavill. You get Henry Cavill to play James Bond, he'd be perfect. He's a little older, so what? You're going to have maybe three movies with Cavill. Now, if the studio says, no, we want a James Bond for the next 6 or 7 movies, then you got to go with somebody much younger, somebody who is in their late 20s, early 30s, if you want to do 7 full movies with James Bond or more. But in my opinion, I think Cavill would be the best, but he's getting up there. He might have 2 or 3 movies to do before he's too old.
That's still 2 or 3 movies with Henry Cavill. You know,
I think he could do a trilogy.
Old as Bond as well.
It feels like they're just never going to cast him, no matter what. That's people have been wanting this forever.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little blackballed.
Have you seen his what is it? His audition for James Bond? Oh,
I have not. I haven't seen that.
Oh,
yeah.
I would love for Cavill to have a trilogy, and I think he could do a trilogy, and then it's perfect, and then you're done. You know, that's going to be what trilogy will take him 10, 11 years to fulfill. I think he could do it, and then you find another James Bond in 10 years. Fuck it.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they just don't want to. They don't want to cast him. So it would make all the sense in the world, but I don't think it's going to happen. Did you find it, Steph?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the private chat, I'll just share it. Yeah,
just share it. I've never seen this. So this is Henry Cavill's James Bond audition.
Screen test.
So how many years ago was this?
2006.
Oh shit. Okay. So almost 20 years ago.
Nolan for director and Cavill for Bond. I don't know if I want to see a Nolan James Bond or not. I would.
A Nolan James Bond would actually kick ass.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Wait for the rock. I hope your third is where your real talent lies.
1 rises to meet the challenge.
Double.
Sweetie. Count.
5. 6. Bank loses. Enjoy it while it lasts.
The very words I live by. So tell me, what are the words you live by?
The trick is to quit while you're ahead.
I never learned that trick. Perhaps you'll show me how it's done. Vodka martini shaken, not stirred. And you?
The same.
And how do you take it?
Straight up, with a twist. Thank you, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Senior on the top.
On it.
People are saying Dan Vasc.
It's 7 minutes. Yeah, it's 7 minutes long. I don't.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Ah, man. He didn't really come into himself as an actor at this point in 06. And it's the hair visually with the leather jacket and the hair. Visually, it doesn't look like Bond.
I don't think this clip is great, but he would be great for the role because this is before Man? This is way before Man of Steel, right? So.
Oh yeah, Man of Steel was 2013.
Yeah, yes. This is what. So this is 7 years, before Man of Steel even. So this is before he became who he is now. So. I absolutely think he would be great in the role now. So I've never seen that though. Shockingly enough, 7 minutes is a 7-minute clip.
It's a 7-minute clip.
Damn, it's crazy. Okay, let's read super chats. Beardo,
let's do it. Roblox head Leslie Headland with the 2 says Beardo released his 20s workout pic, bird chest. Roblox head Leslie Headland. I've seen your merch orders. You wear like a 3XL. Okay, shut your fucking mouth. Thank you for the 2. Tara Crystal with the 5.
Wait a minute. How do you know that Roblox head Leslie Headland ordered it?
Jay showed me.
How would you know that?
We're moving on. Steph, is your P.O. box the same? I have oatmeal whiskey spice for you. Jeremy, did you find Krista's package I sent to the Pensacola P.O. box?
I've gotten so many for her. I don't know if it's the one you sent or not. So I think so, but she got several sent to my P.O. box.
And yes, my P.O. box is the same.
Thank you, Tara Crystal, for the $5. Shadow Sam with the 5. Think about how many times we said James Gunn to the amount we've said Superman. Probably more.
Every time you say Superman, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the 5. X-Wing is a stupid name with the 5. Beardo will love the new Superman if he lets his dad die. Black Kane with the 5. Even the people that stream with Fear the Weak Chin don't want to spend time around his bish ass. Hi, Steph.
Hi.
Thank you, Black Kane, for the 5. GC with the 5. After the Mario and Zelda movies, which Nintendo franchise deserves the silver screen? Metroid, Mega Man, Star Fox, or something else? Hail to the 199.
Metroid doesn't have a big enough fan base. I love Metroid. It doesn't have a big enough fan base. So yeah, I mean, and Mega Man's not necessarily a Nintendo franchise. That's Capcom. Star Fox. Star Fox doesn't have the fan base either. Honestly, you want to know what really would probably get one?
Hold on.
Steph's going to be happy about me saying it.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing would do better than Metroid. I don't play it, but I'm telling you, man, like I love Metroid, and I think Metroid would make a great movie. But dude, Metroid Dread's like my favorite game in the past generation, and it literally only sold like 3 million copies compared to like Animal Crossing sold like 40 million copies.
Sold a lot. It was extremely popular. It still is
insanely popular. Give me Dread though. Give me Metroid Dread all day long.
Animal Crossing.
Xenoblade Chronicles would be phenomenal.
Thank you, GC, for the 5. I think some things should just be left in animation. Fuck live action. Fuck live action bullshit. Some things just stay in animation.
Xenoblade Chronicles would be badass live action, but I don't know how big of a success it would be.
Air Rippa with the 2. Johnny can't even keep up. Thank you for the 2. Hermit with a 5. Do you think the price increases that Mario Kart would have cannibalized Donkey Kong sales as people would have to choose?
Yes. This is why releasing Donkey Kong on launch would not have been the best move. Let people get their Mario Kart stuff out of their system, let it break the records, and then you come in a month and a half later with a banger Donkey Kong game. It's a perfect release window.
Thank you for the 5. Mr. Scott with the 2. Charmine obeyed Chinroy's Star Wars.
Chinroy? Where's the R?
Oh, shit. Chinoy's. My bad.
I love saying her name.
I like how Beardo reads things wrong when they're spelled wrong, and then when it's spelled right, he adds letters to it.
Jabba. Jabba. Krog Base with a 20. Aaron Pierre as 00 IQ. Thank you for the $20. Beach Dad with a 1 month. Jeremy's favorite singer has a bio coming out. The Boss.
I'll pass.
Thank you. Dragon Dan with the 22 months. I wish these newer superhero movies would stop being campy and stick with what works. I'll only see Jurassic World in July. At least that one looks fun. Oh, I think Jurassic World is going to beat both Fantastic Four and Superman.
Dude, I hate the Jurassic World movies and hate them.
You just have to look at them as monster movies now. That's how they are.
Them.
That's how I look at like the Godzilla movies that come out. Not the good ones, but like the Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah. I look at them as monster movies. They're just monster movies. That's how I have to look at them. That's how I look at Jurassic Park now.
Yeah, I don't like them. There's only 2 good Jurassic Park movies. 1 and 3. That's it.
The first Jurassic World was good.
No,
the first one.
No,
yes,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
The first Jurassic World was good.
No, it wasn't.
Well, you guys are wrong. The first one was good. The second and the third one sucked.
The first one sucked.
The first one was good.
The first one sucked. It had a great premise, though. Great premise on the first one, but execution was not there.
Chief Luke with the 2. Jeremy's gay, Beardo's not, and Steph is hot. Thank you for the 2. Bert with a 38 months. A young Henry Cavill was casting runner-up to Daniel Craig's James Bond in the aughts and runner-up to Brandon Routh Superman for Superman Returns. Yeah.
I recently watched Superman Returns. I like it. It's fine. I don't mind.
It's
better than Man of Steel.
It is not. That is crazy. That's
he doesn't let his dad
crazy.
Die. He doesn't let his dad die.
Because he's already fucking dead.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's already dead.
And he's not dead because Superman let him fucking die in a fucking tornado.
The best part about Superman Returns was Kevin Spacey crushed it as Lex Luthor.
There is one fucking way. Okay. There is one way that they can make me forgive this shit, okay? And they fucked it up already. Spoilers for Yellowstone, okay?
Oh, jeez.
If they would have shown that scene as to why Kevin Costner's character died in Yellowstone.
But the tornado? Yes. They just splice it in.
Just splice that in.
You just splice it in, and then what's the son's name? Casey. You just have Casey trying to like go fucking like rescue him. Kevin Costner.
I would have been like, I forgive Man of Steel.
Someone do it.
Somebody has to re-edit that. That is how John Dutton dies in a fucking tornado.
X-Wing's a stupid name with the $5. If you cast Cavill as Bond, who's going to do the acting? Because let's be real, he ain't a great actor unless his last projects, he's just been phoning it in.
Oh man, I think he's an okay actor. I don't think he's a great actor. I think
Cavill's a fine actor.
I think he's fine. Yeah.
Thank you for the 5. Infamous with a $7. How can Dan Vast be Bond when Dr. No hasn't even released in Brazil yet? he read the books. Brian Ross with the 5. What's the difference between a black James Bond and a... Hold on. Thank you for the $5. I'm not going to finish that. Thank you. You know what the internet will do. Black Kane with the 2. They have made Animal Crossing movies in Japan.
Have they?
It's Black Kane. There might be some sarcasm here.
Yeah, there might be.
Daniel Moore with an 11 months. Will Jeremy ever get my package from the P.O. box? You fig, Jeremy. Hi, Beardo. Hi, Steph. Make sure Ryan gets the books, Jeremy.
Maybe. I might one day. I probably already have.
Text Jeremy back.
Hey, we got news. Stellar Blade rockets to 1 million PC sales in 3 days. And what is the sales at? Over 3 million total now? Correct. Is that what it was?
Yep.
Absolutely crushing it. Gaming media is furious over this. They can't stand it because, spoiler alert, gamers like it when hot chicks are in video games. Can you believe this?
Yeah.
Now, they are really upset about this, and I saw PC Gamer release this. This sounds a bit racist, just saying. Stellar Blade sold over 1 million units in 3 days on PC, and you can mostly think Chinese players. Damn.
Wow.
Like, that sounds salty as hell.
Isn't Eve Korean?
That sounds very salty right there. Now, I've heard that... what's the Steam charts at? Like it consistently was over several 100,000 players, right? With the Steam charts.
I'm finding it right now.
Like it was doing really huge numbers. And what I don't understand is like we're constantly hearing from the gaming media how much representation is important and how gamers can't stand women in video games. Yet here you have a female lead in the video game, and seems like gamers are very much enjoying that. What do you got here, Beardo? Let's see. So there you go.
All-time peak 3 days ago, almost 200,000.
Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, there's nothing... The fact that the gaming media has tried to twist this into anything other than a massive success is very strange. And again, this is why you can't trust the media at all. You can't. And look, I mean, I think that it's really nice when gamers really appreciate having female representation in video games. Case in point, here's our boy Phil playing Stellar Blade.
Who's Chinese, though?
I fell off.
Three hours later.
So yes, seeing Stellar Blade still continuing its success after all of the hatred from the gaming media, the shills and all of that, has been very, very fun to witness. And it kind of continues to show you that the games journalists out there truly do hate gamers, and they hate any true representation out there because they have really, really been sour on this. I don't know what the reviews were for the PC port. Has anybody seen? I feel like there was they weren't relatively high. for the PC port from the games journalist out there. But yeah, this has been pretty awesome to see. Have you played Stellar Blade, Steph?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the scenery?
I love it. I love
the scenery.
The scenery.
I love the scenery. I put her in the exact outfit that Phil was looking at.
Hell
right?
yeah.
That's how I played her.
68 is what they gave it on PC. All right, go ahead, Steph.
Yeah. No, the freaking games journalists are mad because for a long time they're like, oh, you know what? If she looked androgynous and ugly, they would be taking this as a win.
Absolutely.
They would 100% be taking this as a win. But she's gorgeous.
But the sales wouldn't be as good.
Thick thighs. She's a beautiful character, and they can't stand that because for the longest time they've been pushing the narrative of, oh, you can't sexualize characters like fake, all these fake characters. No, you can't sexualize them. Don't sexualize them. These are fake characters, but whatever. They've taken this stance. If she looked ugly, they'd be like, yeah, see, we're winning. But they can't stand this because this is doing so well. And everything that they've been pushing, making all of these nasty looking women characters with their broad shoulders and long fucking arms and strong chins, that could possibly change and go back to female looking beautiful women in video games again. And they don't like that because that
goes is crazy though, because games like Horizon and Spider-Man 2 and Star Wars Outlaws, the actual mocap actresses who play these characters are actually gorgeous in real life. And while they're developing the game, they make them fat, they make them ugly, they give them a man chin, they make their faces puffy. It's fucking gross, and it's insulting. It's insulting to these actresses who are beautiful in real life, who are getting the role of a lifetime. You get to be the main character or a supporting character in a video game, and they're going to make you look fucking hideous, and your name is on that. Their name is on it too. Whereas like with Stellar Blade, she's based off of a real life Korean actress, and she's fucking gorgeous in real life, and she looks exactly the same as Eve in Stellar Blade. Imagine that. Same thing with the Resident Evil games. Also fucking, an Eastern developer. Look at Jill Valentine or Ada Wong. Those actresses are fucking gorgeous, and the characters are sexy as fuck too.
And this director continuing to say what fans want to hear. Stellar Blade director rejects the idea of regulating adult mods. Once the game is purchased, it belongs to the user.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Nintendo ain't going to be calling this guy anytime soon to work with them. But that is 100% what gamers want to hear, and that is the right attitude right there. That is the perfect attitude that gamers want to hear, because that is the way right there. So it's great to see that you have someone that actually understands the gaming dynamic and how people view this. So I'm glad that this game is succeeding. I'm glad that it's very upsetting to the gaming media out there. I'm glad they continue to try to work against it, and it really doesn't matter. What we have learned recently is that the gaming media, the mainstream gaming media, doesn't matter. They mean nothing. Whether it's Stellar Blade, we've seen these titles like, Expedition 33. We've seen things that flew under the radar from the gaming media standpoint just blow up. And then, of course, Nintendo didn't give any early access to the mainstream gaming media to any of their units, and they broke sales records. The gaming media does not matter. They are dead and they are irrelevant. And that's what we're learning. So it's good to see. It's good to see.
There you go.
All right, let's finish off with some super chats.
Let's run it. The Real Smitty with a 25 months. Hey, Beardo, you like golf games. Do you like Golden Tee games? If so, are you considering getting the Golden Tee Arcade Classics when it comes out? I don't know if I've ever played Golden Tee games. I don't know. The only golf games I played was the new PGA and Mario Golf.
Golf games are freaking fantastic.
Oh, so. Yeah. I've had a great time playing PGA, and Mario Golf's great, too.
And Real Smilebit dropped 5 gifted memberships.
There it is, Smitty with 5 gifted. Thank you, Smitty! Let's go. Right. Thank you for the super chat and for the member message and for the 5 gifties. Jeremy the Cyborg with a $10. Jurassic Park 2 sucked because it only had one scene from the book. The rest was Hollywood, and it was why Michael Crichton had his name removed from all the movies after 2. Damn.
Yeah.
Little fun fact of the day there, an FFD. Nick Hammerschmidt with a 10. Beardo is wrong about Superman Returns, and Jeremy is wrong about Jurassic World. Brandon Routh and Henry Cavill are great Supermans with average movies. I like Man of Steel significantly more than Superman Returns.
I like Superman Returns.
Superman Returns is fine.
Superman Returns isn't good, but it's better than Man of Steel.
Kevin Spacey is the best part of Superman Returns. He crushed it as Lex Luthor.
I disagree. I thought he was over the top.
What?
Yeah.
He's great.
He's over the top. Like, Brandon Routh's the best part of Superman Returns.
Yeah.
Brandon Routh's great.
Lois Lane was hot.
I like when Kevin Spacey played Kevin Spacey in House of Cards.
House of Cards.
What did I say? People are saying I mispronounced something. What did I mispronounce? I didn't mispronounce nothing.
Michael Crichton.
What did I say?
What did you say?
How you pronounce his last name? I think you said Crichton. It's Crichton.
Did you say Crichton?
Wrong! That's how it's spelled. Eddie Brock with a 250. Wrong, Jeremy. Lost Worlds, Jurassic Park is better than Jurassic Park 3. I disagree with that. I disagree.
I like 3.
Jurassic Park 3 is great. Thank you for the 250. Space Digger with a 2. Phil is like, I ain't gay no more. I like women's. Women. Thank you.
I played the game.
Eli Saul with a 26 months. More Trump 21-year-old models, less Bella Ramsey looking trolls. 199.
Bring Harvey Weinstein back.
Bring Harvey Weinstein
Harvey
back.
can run Hollywood from prison. It's the problem.
I believe in Harvey. Long and Distinguished with a gifted Geeks and Gamers membership. Thank you for the gifting. We are all caught up on YouTube.
We are all caught up. Over on Rumble, we have B. Barrett says Wii U launch titles were terrible. A bunch of sequels to games in the series that didn't have any games on Nintendo system. Stop being more retarded than Beardo. Damn, more retarded than Beardo's bad. Derek says, hey, Steph, looking cute as always. Hello to the other tards, I guess. Happy birthday, Lady Aaron D. And that's going to close out today's stream. We have a Mario Kart World tonight on Geeks and Gamers Play. That's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a bunch of craziness, as it always is with Mario Kart World. So that's tonight on Geeks and Gamers Play. If you are not subscribed, please do so. Beardo, what do you got going on?
Bro Science at 4 p.m. Eastern. Me, X-Wing, and Blaine will be hanging out. We'll be talking about Rocky, the first Rocky for a manly as fuck movies. So that'll be a good time. And then Mario Kart World tonight.
There we go. Steph, what do you got going on?
If you don't want to watch that sausage party, I have nerdy news coming out later today.
The disrespect. The disrespect.
Nerdy news streamed later today.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Beardo.
Yeah.
That wasn't nice. Say it in a nice way. Say it like you're trying to get...
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Say it like you're trying to get Ryan to come hang out with you.
Nah, I'm good.